So the past 3 weekends, I've played in 2 collegiate pickleball tournaments, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what I liked and disliked, the collegiate atmosphere, and how I see it growing, especially compared to last year. So what is collegiate pickleball? Now, as of right now, there's currently no set tour. There are 4 tours that participate in collegiate pickleball. There is APP, PPA, NCPA, and Duper. And each one of these tours has a unique approach to collegiate pickleball and how they want to grow it. But so those are the main 4. Before we go into it, a little bit about me. I'm Jack Monroe, founder of Longhorn Pickleball here at UT Austin. I'm also a pro player. I've been on the pro scene for about 2 years now. I started playing when I was 10 years old, and I'm ranked number 2 on the APP for men's and mixed doubles, and 26 in the world for Duper. So APP's tour is a team format with 2 guys and 2 girls. They have an interesting format where you also play men's and women's singles, and then if it ties, it goes to a point differential. That's what happened when I played 3 weeks ago at the APP Collegiate National Championships. We played U of F in the finals, and they actually ended up taking it home, not because they won off of games won, but because they won off of point differential. Now, I really like how APP invites you to regional tournaments as well in order to get bids to nationals. This is what other tours do as well, such as Duper. They do regionals. We went to the Texas Super Regional up in Dallas and ended up getting a bid there in order to get invited to go to nationals. Now, the PPA isn't heavily invested into collegiate pickleball, but they do host showcases at every single one of their tour stops. For example, the North Carolina tour stop, they had NC State versus UNC, and they held a showcase on Grandstand over there. At PPA Dallas, Longhorn Pickleball played against A&M, and that was a fun exhibition held on Grandstand as well. But so while the PPA doesn't host nationals, they do host these showcases at every single one of their tour stops to help grow the sport. Now on to the next, I mentioned it briefly, but we have Duper, which is similar to PPA, but they're actually the ones hosting the collegiate tournaments on the UPA side. They host regionals and super regionals in order to get a bid to nationals, where then, once again, team format, 2 guys, 2 girls in an MOP style with Dream Breakers. That one's a blast because the tension during Dream Breakers is always fun. Last week, Longhorn Pickleball Club actually ended up winning the Duper Collegiate National Championships over in Peachtree, Georgia. That one was a blast. It's really good to bring it home to Texas. And I was a big fan of that format a lot more just because I'm used to that MLP style, and the Dream Breakers are the best. Now, the 4th collegiate tour is NCPA. They're not as established as the other tours, and they're viewed as the young guns really trying to just work hard to listen to feedback and start a tour that people are gonna love. Now, those are the 4 main tours. And as you can see with every single one, the team format is involved. While there are small differences between each specific format, they are all team oriented. Every single tour has 2 guys and 2 girls playing against another team of 2 guys and 2 girls, with matches consisting of smaller games, typically rally scoring of gender doubles, mixed doubles, and sometimes even singles. Now, rally scoring is the industry standard for collegiate pickleball, and I love it because whenever you have a team format, rally scoring is the best way to keep it rowdy, to keep it fun, to keep it entertaining and intense. And so while rally scoring does have its downsides, such as the freeze at 20, sometimes the best team doesn't always win, I do think it is the best product for collegiate pickleball. With collegiate pickleball being the Wild West, there's no set tour that runs it. There's a lot of different hands in the cookie jar at the same time. And so let's talk a little bit about whether pros can or can't play. Now, for the APP, PPA, and Duper, pros are allowed to play on teams. Now, with NCPA, you're actually not allowed to play if you are signed with a league. That is what determines the pro status. So even if you have a paddle sponsor, you're qualifying for tournaments, and you're frequently traveling, as long as you're not signed by a tour, you're allowed to play NCPA. But with the other 3 tours, you're allowed to play regardless of your pro status and where you're signed. So this is why you see players such as Colin Schick or Zoya Khan, or even players like myself, still play these tours because it doesn't matter. Also, age doesn't matter. UT teams such as Utah Tech, where they have a 16-year-old girl, Mary Monson's phenomenal player, as well as 27, 28, 29-year-old grad students playing on the same team, and there's a 13-year disparity. And so let's talk about why I play collegiate pickleball. First of all, I really enjoy it. With most of my tour stops being against people older than me, collegiate pickleball is a great way for me to meet people and stay in touch with kids my age, while also traveling and competing at a pretty high level. Also, as the founder of Longhorn Pickleball Club, I'm responsible for putting the best foot forward possible. And so because of that, I'm definitely going to go to these tournaments. Not only is it competitive, but it's also really, really fun. I really enjoy meeting kids and seeing what colleges are really, really competitive, or which ones are just going there for fun, how they've grown, especially over the past 2 years, and staying in touch with those friends I really enjoy. Now, clearly, because collegiate pickleball is still growing, there's not much prize money in it. At regionals, you win $1,000 to $2,000 split between 4 players, and then at nationals, if you were the best team you will get maybe $15,000. Split between 4 players, and that doesn't count whether your club or school is going to take a cut of that prize money. Just like with my experience with Next Gen, Collegiate Pickleball is one of the things that I really enjoy. I get to step foot on the court, not only compete, but also have fun. It's a lot rowdier, the atmosphere is a lot louder and intense, there's rivalries between schools, and I truly love being a part of it. I've met a lot of my good friends through there, and I've really enjoyed growing the sport on the college side of things. Especially being a student here at UT Austin, I know how important and how much fun these students get out of playing the sport. So being able to do that here at this school, and I know there's so many other colleges around the US that do the same exact thing, and I'm really grateful for those people who are able to step up, take risks, and start a pickleball club when there weren't even courts on campus. Right now at UT, I'm still working towards getting permanent courts on campus built. Now, another interesting point that I want to bring up is, should pros be allowed to play collegiate pickleball? Since it's not an NCAA sport, pickleball is seriously like the Wild West in college, where, unlike basketball where you have to declare for the draft or play for college, you're allowed to do both at the same time. So should pros be allowed to play collegiate pickleball is the question that everyone's asking, and my answer, yes. For now, growing the collegiate pickleball space is the most important line item that needs to be attacked, so you can get the most eyeballs and exposure possible by inviting these pros to play for their college. Yes, the skill disparity is huge. For example, at the Duper Collegiate National Championships, when I played against other teams, the win probability was 100% on Duper. And whether I won or lost against teams, my Duper did not increase nor decline. It would say plus 000, minus 000, because the disparity is so high between my Duper and the people playing that Duper actually didn't plug it in as affecting my Duper. But I think what pros bring to the collegiate pickleball space is a lot more beneficial than what it takes out of it. Pro players in college pickleball, such as Colin Schick, Ava Ignatowicz, and even myself, have provided more growth and positive growth to the sport in the collegiate pickleball space. Not only inviting, but also accepting these pro players into collegiate pickleball gives more validation, more exposure, and way faster growth, because they're allowed to use their platform to push out collegiate pickleball as a good thing. In my case, I've been involved in collegiate pickleball for 2 years now, traveling for these tournaments, and every single tournament I've provided constant feedback so they can grow faster, and I've used my platform to push theirs. They also do some cool stuff. For example, at the Duper Collegiate National Championships last week, they hosted an East versus West All-Star game with the top players from the East and West Coast. And selfishly, this was one of the most fun things that I've ever been a part of, and I can guarantee you that I'm going to use that to push on my platform as something that's really fun that college pickleball is doing that is seen nowhere else in the sport. And I can guarantee you, because of the amount of fun I had and how unique that concept was, I'm going to push it on my platforms, and a lot of other pros that were there, such as Ava Ignatowicz or Ava Cavateo, they will also do the same in order to help grow the sport faster in the collegiate pickleball space. Drop a comment down below whether you think pros should or shouldn't be able to play pro pickleball, and as always, I'll see y'all next week.